Cloudflare is already a giant on the internet. Last time it stopped nearly half of the internet for a simple mistake. Even many AI providers was down. So why it is going after Netlify and Varcel, and how the Silicon Pod, the deployment platform from Silicon Valley, is safe from it. I have found some rabbit hole and it seems another great example of upcoming vendor locking. I like new tech a lot. The journey from Webpack to VITE was not complete because of next.js. If I search VITE supported JavaScript framework, there are a lot of JavaScript framework that supports. Even it says React, including SWC. It do not support Next. It only supports nuxtjs, that is based on vuejs. As you see, the creator of vuejs, Evan View, is a great man. Created vuejs. It was a sweet spot for me, especially when there was only Angular and React. Vue was a simple middle spot. Better to say it was the sweet spot. Especially, it outperformed all. By default, it was designed to be easy, clean, and safe. I did not have to write all those rendering mechanism. Under the hood, Vue handles all. I just write the logic and Vue interprets all. So it was very easy and adapting to many of us. So back to the question, why Cloudflare is running after Netlify and Vercel. As you see, Netlify, it is a great platform that provides deployment services. Like you don't have to manage all those AWS. Even self-hosting is much harder. So what you do, you just simply deploy to Netlify. But you see, when you grow up, the pricing tier is high. It is a general business logic. I understand. What about Vercel? By the way, Vercel is the default for deploying next.js app. So their pricing is also similar. And what if your application goes viral or if you get succeeded? It becomes the vendor locking situation. Like even if you use AWS, it is very hard to migrate. Even for Microsoft that bought GitHub, it was very tough for them also to migrate to their own platform Azure. So you see, there is a clever technology, or in what I see is like a jail. When you develop and deploy something, you cannot migrate. So it is a practical jailing system. Like whenever you get succeeded, you'll have to pay a lot of amount. Even you go out from the platform, like it is a lot of money you need to pay them, especially for the S3. Yes, this charge a lot if you migrate. Their billing is like so much complicated, you would not notice unless you get to that point. So what about Silicon Pin? They provide all type of hosting, better if I say deployment service. So all those deployment services are fully open source. Like if you want to host a Node.js service, just deploy that application. You just provide what you need to provide. You need to provide the Git URL. That's it. No technology will be bounded. Over here, only free and open source technologies are used, even to make the Silicon Pin platform itself. So you will get absolute freedom. Like if you want to exit, the next day you can exit. That's it. Even if you exit, they will help you to migrate all those data, information, software, each and everything. If you want to host yourself, they will support it. Okay, let's continue to the main topic. See, this is the creator of Vuejs. Suddenly he created VITE that was like going 1x to 100x in terms of building the application. In terms of development time, VITE was a great choice, especially if you are using Vuejs or Nuxt.js. But in terms of tech stack, the majority of the developers are using React.js. And by the default choice, they get Next.js, not the Nuxt. So they are bound to go with other deployment providers. For that reason, Cloudflare released vnext with the support of Next.js. What does it mean? That means your Next.js application will also be deployable using vinext. So who is the main developer? The same one. And all those free and open source tools are created such a way that you will fall into this upcoming vendor locking situation. If I search npm packages by Cloudflare, still Google is not able to understand like vnext is created by Cloudflare. See, they are just providing simple npm packages. Those are not even relevant relevant. For till today it might be relevant, but in few months or few years vinext will be hugely adopted by all of our free and open source community members. Like, it is a great choice. Let's see the video by Evan View. Like, this naming thing is void, and the naming did not mean anything to me. You see, this is the main thing. VITE config will add all those configuration, no worries, and nothing to question for that. But from the second line itself, import db, it will import d1 database, and under the hood it will use miniflare. That is the main thing you better you understand today. Like, this miniflare thing, what it does, it creates a local equivalent of Cloudflare, so that you can implement this database. Like, you'll be able to call database even you are developing on your own machine, so that later on you deploy on Cloudflare. Even they are saying like they will provide a free void.cloud domain. By the way, SiliconPin also provides siliconpin.net free subdomain. Like, you will get from here a subdomain from void.cloud. But what is the problem over here? The issue will be like, whenever you do something, whenever you publish on the production, you will be tied to this database, you will be tied to the kv, you will be tied to the storage, you will be tied to the auth. Even I don't understand why they are taking better auth. Why you need directly you implement your authorization, your authentication, your login system, your your MFA, use your token. Better go with, like, I understand you cannot go with MD5, but it's better to go with Argon 2. See, Argon 2 is the industry standard. You go and use that library. That's it. Why you need each and every ready-made thing? Bake yourself something, create something by your own. So here I understand. What I understand from here is, like, you can choose or select the AI even on the local side. What I have tested, it is not connected to my local AI, or there is no way I can connect to my Llama or any local AI providers. I'll have to connect through their API calls. So this is a good trap to put all those free and open source lovers into a jail, so that all those people will be forced to pay when they succeed. It is like free to try, and when it fits you, you will be charged a lot. So I don't like miniflare, I don't like whiteness, I don't like vinext. By the way, it was a new thing to me. Like, swc, what the f is awc? There is no f for freedom. Swc simply means like the bundler. Rather using other bundler, you will get a better performing bundler written on Rust, so it will be first. That's it. So if you find Rust is better, why don't use Rust, or even go for other programming languages, like especially the PHP? Yes, I know many people will laugh at me, but see, the reason behind that is only one language is born for the web. There is no other language. That is the reason why still more than 70% websites, that mean more than 70% of the internet is running on PHP. I don't know, what do you think? That's all for today. See you another day.